Welcome to our channel JK Brainspark. So today we are discussing one important topic, that is matter. So today we will explore matter, that is everything around us that occupies space and has mass. From chair you are sitting on to the air you are breathing and the water you are drinking, whatever, all is matter. Okay, so let's explore or dig down in the subject. So what is matter? So matter is anything that has mass and occupies space. This definitions we have done through multiple times. Okay, so the chair is having a mass and a volume. Water is having a mass and a volume, or air in a balloon having a mass and a volume. So all these things are matter. So now there is one question that I come across from one of the student is, what about light and energy or light and sound? Okay, so they are basically not matter. They are a forms of energy because they don't have a mass or occupy space in the traditional sense. Okay, so then the things comes into a picture for a matter is about the particle theory. So what particle theory tells us is all matter is made up of tiny particles. Okay, and these particles are in constant motions. That means the chair you are sitting in, the particles which is present in that chair, okay, that tiny particle or an atoms are in constant motions. The particles attract each other and there is something called intermolecular force, and the temperature affect the particle movement. Increase or a decrease in temperatures affect the particle movement. Okay, so you see in this animations about the atom models where nucleus present in the centers and electrons moving around orbiting. So even in solid object like desks, the particles are constantly vibrating. The faster they move, the hotter the object becomes. Okay, so now as you rightly understand, there are three states of matter. Actually, there are four states. The fourth one is a plasma, but we are not going to discuss that here. Three states: solid, liquid, and gas. So what is basically solid state? Solid states, in solid state, the particles are tightly packed and they vibrate in place, but they cannot move out of that position. So you can see here they can vibrate but they cannot move out of that position, so their shape is fixed, their volume is also fixed. For example, ice, wood, whatever solid things you can think of. If you see the liquid, the particles are closely packed but not that close like solid, so they can move around. So that means what they can do, they can take a shape of a containers in which they flow in, but the volume remain fixed. So 5 liter of water is 5 liter. Okay. The example is here for an example, water or oil or whatever liquid you can think of. Now in gas, you can see these molecules are very free. Okay. So they can move far apart, move freely. They can fill entire container. Okay. That means the volume can fill entire containers and examples are air or steam. So based on the discussion till now, let us think about one question. Which state of matter has particles that are tightly packed and only vibrating place? Think about it. Yes, you are correct. It is solid, right? Now next thing. When we say about different states of matter, the consequent things coming into your mind is changing in the states of matter. So matter can change from one state to another by adding or removing heat energy. So you can see in this diagram that solid on melting converted to liquid and liquid on evaporations converted to gas. So we are adding heat here. Okay. While the gas on condensations converted to liquid and liquid on freezing converted to solid. So the heat is removed here. So you can think on the real life example as well. So ocean water, which is in liquid, on sunset it is converted into water vapor, which is again on cooling, and the clouds are formed, and rains is there, and then there is formation of ice block on freezing as well. Okay, so this is about changing in states of matter. Now we are going further deep down to this. So matter can be classified based on its composition into three main categories: elements, compounds, and mixtures. So elements basically made up of only one type of atom and cannot be broken down further. So for an example, gold, oxygen or carbon, only one type. Gold is made up of gold, no silver. Oxygen is only oxygen. But what is compound? When two or more elements chemically bonded. But again, these compound are having fixed compositions and properties. So for an example, water. So water is always formed when two molecule of hydrogen and one molecule of oxygen is there. So that is a fixed composition. Even if you take water from ocean or water from river or anything, the water compositions will remain same. Okay. Salt. Let's say salt you can take from anywhere in the world. It will have one sodium and one chlorine compound. So this is how the compounds definition works. Now there is one more part to this classification of matter, that is called mixtures. We have seen that two or more substances when physically combined they are called mixtures. Okay, and when we say physically combined, that means they can be separated by physical methods. Let's say you create salad by creating multiple, adding or combining multiple food items that you can separate together. So salad is a mixture which can be separated by physical methods. Let us think about type of mixtures. Okay, so mixture can further be classified into homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. The homogeneous mixtures basically having a uniform composition throughout and component not visibly separated. Okay, so they are called solutions. So for an example, oil and water, sand and iron filling, okay, or a concrete. So these are homogeneous mixtures. Okay, let's say sugar dissolved in tea, whether it is a homogeneous or heterogeneous, it is basically an homogeneous mixture. Now let's go to the final quiz then. So water is an example of what? Is it an element? Is it a compound? Is it a homogeneous mixture or is it a heterogeneous mixture? Think on it. Element, only one atom, here is two. Homogeneous, heterogeneous mixtures, physically separated, no. So yes, you are true. Water is compound. The second questions. What happened to particles when a solid melts into a liquid? When solid melts into a liquid, they stop moving completely. They gain energy and move more freely. They lose all their energy or they change into different particles. Yes, they gain energy and move more freely. In summary, what we have learned today is definition of matter, anything that has mass and occupies space, the particle theory, the states of matter and change in the states of matter. So let's say melting, freezing, evaporation, condensation. The classification of matter, the elements, compound and mixtures, and mixture types, homogeneous mixtures as well as heterogeneous mixtures, basically uniform and non-uniform mixtures. So that we have learned today. Hope you enjoy our lecture. If you like our videos, please like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.